American Express is slowly nerfing the Platinum card right in front of our eyes, and if I were being honest, I'm not quite sure if there's anything we can do about it. The past couple of months have been brutal for American Express Platinum card holders. The United Travel Bank method is completely gone, the Saks Fifth Avenue credit ending in a couple of weeks, forever. The Delta workaround no longer works. Lululemon's gift card strategy is now harder to use. And last but not least, the latest within the nerfs is the Resy credit nerf. 5 changes over the past 4 months for a card that costs $895 per year to keep. With all of these changes, some people may start to question whether it's still beneficial to keep the Platinum card. In the meantime, I'm still keeping mine, but honestly, if these nerfs continue, I may start to reconsider my options. In this video, I'll walk you through every change you need to know about so you don't waste money. Starting with nerf number 1, and that was the airline fee credit. The original $200 annual airline fee credit on paper was always for incidental fees. Things like being able to pay for a checked bag, seat selection, lounge day passes, and in-flight food. But a lot of people were using a workaround to actually apply this credit to actual flights. In the past, using the credit to purchase United Travel Bank or split paying a Delta ticket so the partial charge would code as an airline fee. But as of February 6, 2026, both of these workarounds no longer work. But if I were to be honest, there's no way United, Delta, or American Express did not know about these methods, as there were a ton of social media posts, blogs, and mentions of these so-called hacks online. So honestly, it was a matter of time before they decided to call it quits and patch up this workaround. People figured it out from popular travel-related blogs like Doctor of Credit or through Reddit. If you funded Travel Bank in early February, the charge would now be coded as a regular ticket purchase, which means no reimbursements. Then in late March, the Delta workaround started failing as well. Split airfare payments and award ticket taxes, the 2 methods that most Delta loyalists were using, were now patched as well. Now in June of 2026, the airline fee credit has kind of returned back to what it was intended to be all along, and that's to help pay for checked luggage fees, oversized or overweight baggage fees, flight change fees, seat selection or reassignment fees, excluding seat upgrades, in-flight food and beverage fees, in-flight entertainment fees, excluding wireless internet, fees for flight bookings you make over the phone, annual airline club membership fees, and airport lounge day pass fees. Nerf number 2 is the Saks Fifth Avenue credit. PSA, before we even start talking about this credit, by the time this video posts, you'll have either 1 or 2 more weeks to use this credit up. Saks Global, the parent company of Saks Fifth Avenue, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy back in January of 2026, and since then we've had headlines such as Saks Fifth Avenue locations closing as the company enters a restructuring period. Other brands within the Saks Fifth umbrella, like Saks Off Fifth, permanently shutting their doors as well. We've been seeing a lot of sales and deep discounting, as well as reduced inventory in stores and online. I personally had a bit of trouble trying to find a product that stayed under the $50 semi-annual credit limit that I would also still use. Through June 30th, if you are an existing card member, you can still use this credit, but after that, there's not really anything else you can do, as this credit is going to completely disappear starting July 1st. American Express did hint at new and exclusive offers at top retailers, but that sounds more like the current offers that you can browse within your app rather than a credit that will replace the existing one. So rather than a nerf, it's something that will completely go away. Moving on to nerf number 3, and this is a brand new one as of a couple of weeks ago, and that's the Resy credit that is well known on multiple American Express credit cards, not just the Platinum card, is changing. The change is that now the credit is restricted to select restaurants effective August 1st, 2026. US restaurants and other food and beverage establishments, meaning things like wineries and cafes, must be indicated as eligible for the Resy credit on the Resy website or the Resy app at the time of purchase to qualify for the benefit. Qualifying restaurants and other food and beverage establishments will be indicated as eligible on their booking page on the Resy website or the Resy app and are subject to change at any time. When you check the Resy app, it now lists restaurants as this venue currently qualifies for the Resy credit, a benefit for select American Express card members. Currently, it seems like all restaurants are listed as being eligible, which makes sense as this doesn't really come into effect until August 1st of 2026. Even after that date, I believe that most restaurants will remain eligible. The problem is that this can change at any moment and doesn't give you any certainty going forward. What I'm personally worried about is a scenario where a restaurant on Resy will require weeks if not months in advance to make a reservation, because that's just how popular the restaurant is. And during the time of booking the reservation, the restaurant remains eligible, but then turns into an ineligible one on the day the reservation happens. What I personally find annoying about this change is the fact that now, when making a reservation through the Resy app, American Express is giving me yet another task to check before confirming the reservation. And like I said earlier, this restriction of the Resy credit doesn't just affect the American Express Platinum card, but also affects the Gold card, the Delta Platinum, the Delta Platinum Business, Delta Reserve, and the Delta Reserve Business, because all of these cards have a form of the Resy credit. Some people online are saying that this is more of a trigger to help eliminate ineligible restaurants, as people have mentioned that there are restaurants within the Resy app that do not accept American Express credit cards when paying. Personally, I'm a bit more skeptical of this change, and only time will tell what exactly actually happens to the Resy credit. It's really a shame, as honestly, this was one of my favorite credits to use every single quarter. Moving on to nerf number 4, and that's the nerf to the Lululemon credit. Initially, this credit was one of the simplest credits to get full value in from amongst the large list of credits and benefits the Platinum card offered. However, recently, that's no longer the case. Previously, the Lululemon credit was offered as a simple $75 quarterly credit that you could use at Lululemon, which would amount to the full $300 credit at the end of the year. If you didn't have anything you wanted to purchase at Lululemon, the simplest option people discovered was simply to go to a Lululemon location and purchase a gift card. At the time, there wasn't a minimum requirement. In order to purchase a gift card, all you needed to do was enter a store, tell one of the Lululemon employees that you wanted to purchase a gift card. Usually they'd make a quick jab at the American Express Platinum card. You'd then purchase your gift card for $75 and repeat a quarter of the year later. But then about 2 months ago, things suddenly changed. People on Reddit and other social media blogs started reporting that certain locations changed to a $50 increment purchasing scheme, meaning instead of the normal $75, you'd either need to purchase a $50 gift card and then something in the store to get to the $75 quota, or just outright spend $100 and eat the extra $25 in cost. After more data points came out about this, I actually checked myself when my quarterly $75 quota was refreshed, and when asking a Lululemon employee, it became kind of a he said, she said moment, where Lululemon actually blamed American Express for the change, while through Reddit posts and other social media blogs, American Express blamed Lululemon for the change instead. Nevertheless, the $50 increments enforced now when purchasing gift cards through Lululemon is a bit of a step back. So those were the 5 pretty recent changes and ones that everyone's been talking about, but what about some changes that have been flying a bit lower under the radar? Let's talk about them as well. As many longtime Platinum card holders remember, access to Centurion lounges has changed a bit throughout the years, with more and more restrictions being emphasized on accessibility. Through efforts of trying to reduce overcrowding, access to Centurion lounges evolved from being able to bring in 2 guests in the past to now being behind a massive $75,000 spending quota for the same accessibility. But if you didn't know, and this is something that not a lot of people are talking about right now, on July 7th, 2026, that's right, in a couple of weeks, American Express is implementing 2 additional major restrictions for Centurion lounge access to reduce overcrowding. Effective July 8th, 2026, all guests must now be traveling under the same flight as a card member in order to gain access to lounges, and access during a connection is now going to be capped at a maximum of 5 hours before the departing flight. And even before these new rules apply, you'll have to make sure you hit the $75,000 spending quota to even have a chance to bring in 2 guests for free. If not, you or your guests will have to spend either $50 for guests ages 18 or older, or $30 for guests between the ages of 2 and 17 years old. One of the major reasons why I got the Platinum card in the first place was because of its extensive lounge network, which spanned thousands of lounges internationally and granted access to Centurion lounges. But I'm going to be honest, the first time I entered a Centurion lounge, I was not quite sure what I was actually expecting. I guess I was a bit more pampered on exactly how empty and accessible Capital One lounges usually are, because it took me roughly 10 minutes to just find a seat in a Centurion lounge. The new rules apply to all United States Centurion lounge locations, with a couple internationally as well. And last but not least, certain transfer partners who once partnered with American Express are either completely removed now or have had their transfer partner rates reduced. That's right, the three that I'm talking about here are the Hawaiian Airlines program, which has been completely removed as a partner due to them merging with Alaska Airlines, Etihad, which as of June 30th, 2026, American Express will no longer be able to transfer to its points to the Etihad guest loyalty program, and Emirates, which once had a transfer rate of 1-to-1, is now showing a reduced transfer rate of 5-to-4. That means that for every 5 American Express points you transfer, you'll only get 4 Emirates points. That represents a 20% loss of value in the transfer. Now, what does all of this mean? I mean, I apologize for the fear mongering that I've kind of induced through this video, but the real question is the American Express Platinum card still worth it to have halfway through 2026? And while I'd love to answer that question for you, it's really up to you to decide whether or not it's still worth it. For me, it is. The annual fee on the Platinum card is $895, but based on the credits and benefits I benefit from, I can confidently say I get more than $895 worth of value back on the card every single year. And because of that, I personally will be keeping my Platinum card until I see a nerf that I can't shrug off. If you want me to go in depth on exactly how much I benefit from keeping the Platinum card every single year, I did make a video not too long ago where I broke down how much value I get from all of my annual fee credit cards. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps out in more ways than you know it. Talk to you in the next one. Peace.